Hey guys, it's Nyongo Johnny. Welcome to my channel if you are new. My name's Johnny and I talk about all things paranormal in Japan. So if you're into that sort of stuff, definitely click subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and hit the bell for more notifications. I put out spooky videos every Friday. Today we're going to be doing something that I think you guys really enjoyed last time, and that was reading short scary stories from Japan. And this time most of the stories were chosen by other creators in the paranormal community, so I really hope that you guys enjoy this as much as the last one. This first story was chosen by Ken, and he is a really cool paranormal YouTuber. He usually talks about his own experiences and tells a lot of really creepy stories, so you guys should definitely check him out if you get the chance. The story Ken requested is called Marisa. Marisa, or Mary's Phone Call, is a Japanese urban legend about a young girl who receives a creepy phone call from a doll she abandoned. There was a young girl who had an old Western doll that she cherished very much. The doll's name was Mary. The girl's father got a new job and the family moved to a new town. During the move, the girl accidentally lost her doll. One night, the girl's parents went out and she was left all alone in the new house. All of the sudden, the phone started ringing. When she answered it, she heard a high-pitched voice on the other end. "Hello, it's Mary-san. I'm at the garbage dump now." The girl got really scared and hung up the phone, but it immediately started ringing again. "Hello, it's Mary. I'm at the corner store now." The girl hung up, but the ringing started again. "Hello, it's Mary. I'm in front of your house now." Trembling with fear, the girl cautiously opened the front door, but nobody was there. Maybe it was just a prank call, the girl thought. She let out a sigh of relief and closed the front door. However, just as she went back upstairs to her room, the phone started ringing again. "Hello, it's Mary. I'm right behind you." The girl slowly turned around. Later that night, her parents came home. They found the girl lying there in a pool of blood. She had been stabbed to death. How to avoid being killed by Mary-san? 1. Lock all your doors and windows. 2. Do not answer your phone. 3. Keep your back against the wall. 4. If she's behind you, don't turn around. Just run out the door immediately. That was creepy. I really hate doll stories. I think that if I ever had this doll call me, I would be really scared. I think I probably wouldn't have even picked up the phone after that first call because I knew something bad was gonna happen. What did you guys think? What would you do if you guys got a call from Mary-san? Let me know in the comments below. And we'll move on to our next story. This next story is called The White String, and it's a really creepy story. I've heard this a few times before. It was requested by the Horror Hive, and the Horror Hive is a really cool combination of all these creators, so I really think you guys should check them out, and I will put a link to everyone's channel in the description below. The White String is a strange urban legend from Japan about ear piercing. During the 1980s, this was a really popular legend in Japan. A lot of kids were afraid to get their ears pierced because they believed this legend was true. A young girl desperately wanted to get her ears pierced. Her parents said she was too young, but she had pleaded them. She was saying all the other girls in her class had pierced ears. Eventually her parents gave in and agreed to let her do it. They gave her some money and told her to go to the local mall and get her ears pierced at the jewelry store. Instead, the girl decided to keep her money and do the ear piercing herself. That seems like a really bad idea. She got her best friend to help her do it. They heated up a large needle and stuck it through both of the girl's earlobes. It was quite painful, but in the end her ears were pierced, and she was delighted to be able to wear earrings. However, a few days later, the girl was in school when she began to feel a pain in her ear. Her earlobe was extremely itchy, and during the break she went into the bathroom and looked in the mirror. Her earlobe was red and inflamed. When she looked closely, she saw what looked like a piece of white string sticking out of the hole in her earlobe. Thinking it was very strange, she started picking at it and pulling it. After a few minutes, there was a long piece of white string sticking out of her earlobe. There didn't seem to be any end to it. Finally, she took a pair of scissors and cut the string. Suddenly, everything went black, and she couldn't see. She went to the emergency room of the local hospital, where the doctor examined her. When she told the doctor what had happened, he was shocked. "I'm sorry, but you will be blind for the rest of your life," he said. "That wasn't a white string. That was your optic nerve." That is really disgusting. But I definitely don't think this is true at all. I don't think your optic nerve can actually come out of your ear. So this is definitely an urban legend, but it is really creepy and really gross at the same time. What did you guys think? This next story was requested by the Crowflies, and he is a really talented scary story narrator.
The Crowflies.
So if you guys like to hear scary stories, definitely check his channel out. The story he requested for today is called Hottie Ol Novel. Hottie Ol Novel, or the long-haired woman, is a Japanese urban legend. It's about a ghost who attacks men with her hair. She is also known as the Hottie Onna, the hook woman or the needle woman. In other parts of Japan, people refer to her as Nude Onago, the smiling... It says the smiling woman, but I think that's more of like the wet woman. I think this might be wrong. In other parts of Japan, some people refer to her as Warai Onago, the smiling girl. She appears in the form of a beautiful woman with extremely long hair. She has the ability to control her hair like snakes, withering around like tentacles. The tips of her hair form into sharp hooks or barbs. At night, she wanders the lonely roads and back streets of Japan. She is searching for young men to attack. When she spots a young man who takes her fancy, she will smile at him. If the young man dares to return her smile, the Hottie Ol Novel will unleash her terrible barbed hair and attack him. The sharp hooks at the end of her hair stick into the man's clothes and flesh, trapping him in her clutches. Once she has ensnared him with her long hair, he cannot move, and she uses hooks to cut him into pieces and tear him apart. In many small villages in Japan, there have been numerous reports of attacks on young men by the Hottie Ol Novel. One night, a boy from Yamada village happened to be walking home on his own. He turned down a narrow street, and a beautiful girl came walking towards him. As she approached, he noticed her smiling at him, but he was so attracted to her beautiful looks he smiled back at her. When he did, her hair fell down in disarray, and she pounced on him. The boy was shocked and struggled to free himself from her clutches. Her hair rose up like tentacles, and the hook snagged on his shirt, ripping it from his back. Somehow he managed to get away, and he ran back to his house as fast as he could. He locked the door behind him and stood shaking and trembling at the front door, waiting for dawn to arrive. In the morning, when he dared to open the door, he found hundreds of deep scratches on the other side. So if you're walking down a street at night and you see a strange woman smiling at you from the shadows, you may want to think twice before you smile back. I don't know why, but that sort of reminds me of the Black-Eyed Children. I think probably because of the whole door situation, but that's just me and I'm weird. But anyways, what do you guys think? I think overall that was pretty creepy. I think I've heard other legends of these demons being able to control their hair where they use them to trap you. I don't remember the exact stories, but if any of you guys do, definitely feel free to let me know in the comments below. And we'll move on to our final story. This final story I actually chose myself. It's a very popular story in all of Japan, and it is one of the most popular urban legends. It's a very short story, so I definitely wanted to cover it in one of these videos. And this is the story of RokuRokubi. The long neck woman, or RokuRokubi, is a Japanese urban legend. It's about female creatures that look and act like normal humans, but at night their necks grow longer and longer, freeing their heads to move around almost independently from their bodies. Most RokuRokubi are young women, attractive women, and they take pleasure in scaring regular humans. Some RokuRokubi actually prefer to live their lives pretending to be human. Although they may appear completely normal, every night their necks grow and grow, getting longer and longer, stretching out through the windows in search of human prey. Sometimes, the long-necked woman will get so tired of searching for her prey all night that she forgets to retract her neck and falls asleep with her neck completely stretched out. During the day, the RokuRokubi has one giveaway sign. She is very pale with stretch marks on her neck. There is also another, more sinister form of the RokuRokubi. This version is called the Nue Kubi, or the removable head woman. She has a head that completely detaches from her body. This disembodied head then flies around the air all night, searching for humans to eat. These monsters attempt to hide their bodies at night because they can be killed if their bodies are discovered while their heads are not attached. In fact, if you ever find their body without a head, you should hide their body so that they can never find it. Once again, I think almost every Japanese person will know of the RokuRokubi. It's a very popular Japanese urban legend, and even though it's not really a long story, I think it's really creepy. How about you guys? What do you think? What do you think you'd do if you ever encountered one, or just saw a random head floating through the air? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to check out everyone's channels. I'll leave links in the description below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please hit subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and hit the bell for more notifications. And I will see you guys next Friday for another spooky video.